We're leading the way with some breaking news. Covington police releasing new body camera video showing some of the clash between officers and protesters on the Roebling Bridge.
What started as a demonstration in support of an ICE detainee ended with 15 people arrested and charged, some of them with felonies. WLWT News 5's Sean McKinnon was at the Roebling when the protest broke out, and he just got out of that news conference a little while ago with Covington police. Hi, Sean.
Mike Ashley, Covington police with new video tonight showing their officers on the loudspeaker telling protesters to move to the sidewalk or else they would be arrested. The first video they showed from last night showed officers walking up to protesters who were on bicycles parked in the middle of the road, telling them to move or they go to jail. More video from up on the Roebling Bridge showed snippets of clashes between those protesters and police. The Covington police chief said the majority of protesters moved to the sidewalks when they were told, but a small portion stayed on the middle of the Roebling. During an arrest on body-worn camera footage, one officer was seen repeatedly hitting a protester in the face and head. That officer is on administrative duty while the incident is being investigated. The chief of police highlighted the dangers of the situation on the bridge high above the water.
You heard Sergeant Fain as he was rolling up numerous times. Like I said, I think I counted 8, advising them that they need to get off the roadway. This isn't an incident where, like I said, we weren't on a sidewalk, we weren't in a park, we were on a traveled portion of the roadway. They were obviously attempting to stop vehicles from going across that roadway.
And 2 Cincinnati-based reporters were arrested at yesterday's protest. The chief of police said they were not wearing press badges, and the decision to prosecute their charges is not up to him. Reporting live outside Covington City Hall, Sean McKinnon, WLWT News 5.
All right, thanks so much, Sean. Well, the people arrested were protesting an ICE detention when things turned chaotic on the bridge.
And now the protesters are facing felony riot charges, among other things. WLWT News 5's Brian Hamrick now live with our team coverage as it continues. Brian.
Yeah, Mike, well, had all the tension of a high wire act 100 feet above the Ohio River here on the Roebling Bridge, but before it was over, 15 people were arrested. Now, all of them were in court today, arraigned. The charges range from rioting, everyone got charged with that, but others got obstructing police, obstructing a highway, disturbing the peace, just to list a few. Some got more charges than others. Among those charged, a City Beat reporter, an assistant librarian at UC, and a Children's Hospital employee. Now, this all began with what those taking part called a rally and a vigil in support of Ayman Solomon. He's a chaplain at Children's Hospital and a leader in the Muslim community. Those at the event say Solomon and those many others have been wrongfully detained by ICE. We caught up with one man who showed up to bond his wife who had been arrested.
She heard about the protest. It was a lot of, I believe it was a bunch of faith leaders from around the city who were organizing the protest, because the chaplain, has a connection to the religious community.
Yeah, now bond was set at $2,500, and through the course of the day, almost all of those protesters had bonded out. Reporting live, Brian Hamrick, WLWT News 5.